Hello friends, hope you all are doing well. Myself Anurodh Ankit. Today we are going to start our new chapter, that is profit and loss. Friends, this is a very tricky chapter and as well as a very interesting chapter. You will find a lot of questions in the exam related to this chapter. This will help you in data interpretation as well as in cash flow. But one thing we must keep in our mind related to this chapter, that you don't have to take the questions of profit and loss on your ego during the examination. Sometimes the questions can be quite tough and you are unable to solve it within the time frame. So it's better to leave such type of questions. Spend 20 to 30 seconds on the questions related to profit and loss. If you are able to solve it, just go through, and if you are unable to solve it, just leave it there. 80 to 90% of the questions you will be able to solve it within the time frame, like 25 to 30 seconds, that's maximum. I will teach you a lot of trick as well as a lot of concept related to this chapter, but sometimes even after learning all those tricks, you can find 3 to 4% of the questions that are quite tricky and you are unable to solve it. So better leave that questions. Okay, so we are going to start it. Profit and loss. So there are two concepts related to profit and loss. For the entire question, we have to keep in our mind the concept number one as well as concept number two. What is concept number one? Profit and loss is always calculated on cost price. Whatever is the situation, you will always calculate profit and loss on the cost price. And discount is always calculated on marked price. So these two concepts is quite important for the entire profit and loss chapter. Now, let's say selling price of any article is rupees 1000 and profit is rupees 100. So if you have to calculate what is profit percent, now I have told you that profit and loss is always calculated in cost price. So first of all you have to find the CP. So if SP is 1000 rupees, profit is 100 rupees, so CP is what? 1000 minus 100, that is selling price minus profit, that is 900 rupees. Now, once you have found what is cost price, you can calculate profit percent. Profit percent is always calculated in cost price. So profit is 100. Out of 100, out of 900, you are getting 100 as a profit. So the percentage value will be 1 by 9. 1 by 9 percentage value we have read in our percentage chapter, that is 11 whole 1 by 9%. Or you can do it like this also, 100 by 900 into 100. 2 0 cancel from here, 100 by 9, that is 11 whole 1 by 9%. Or if you remember the ratio part, that is 1 by 9 is equivalent to 11 whole 1 by 9%, it's quite good. It will help you to solve the question easily and within the time frame. Let's say if the profit is rupees, if profit is 20% and it is given in the question that profit is equivalent to rupees 60. Now you have to find what is CP. So CP is generally 100%. Whatever we calculate on CP, whether profit or loss. So profit and loss is always taken as 100%. So 20% is equivalent to 60 rupees. So what is 100%? So from here it's 3 times. So from here it will also be 3 times. So 300. So CP is rupees 300. Suppose in this question you have to find what is SP. So profit is 20%. Cost price is 100%. So selling price is what? 120%. So 20% is equivalent to 60. So 120% is equivalent to how much? So into 3, 360. So profit and loss is always calculated on cost price and discount is always calculated on mark price. You can solve this question in a very different way also. If you know the ratio of 20%, 20% is 1 by 5. So the value of 1 is equivalent to 60. So value of 5 is how much? Because profit is 1, cost price is 5, selling price is 6. So this is 60 times. So this will also be 60 times. So 300 and selling price will be into 60, that is 360. So you have to learn both the part, the percentage part as well as the ratio part. It will help you to ace in the examination. It will help you to solve the questions very fastly. Now we will directly jump towards the question and we will learn the concept from there. The first question. A man buys a toy for rupees 25 and sells it for rupees 40. Find his profit percent. So here what is given? CP is 25, SP is 40, profit is how much? Profit is 15. Now profit and loss is always calculated in cost price. So what is profit percent? 15 by 25. The ratio is 3 by 5. 1 by 5 we know 20%. So 3 by 5 is how much? 60%. So 60% is the answer. In the examination you have to do it like this. But some of you might be facing some difficulty. So you can do it like this. 15 by 25 into 100. 25 4 times 15 4 is 60. So this is 60%. Like profit percent is how much? The profit percent is profit upon CP into 100. So profit is how much? 15. CP is how much? 25 into 100, that is 60%. Or someone who know the ratio 15 upon 25, that is 3 by 5. 3 by 5 value is equivalent to 60%. So you can do it in both the way, but I would prefer to solve it by the ratio method because it helps you to solve the question very fastly. An umbrella marked at rupees 80 and is sold for rupees 68, the rate of discount. Now I have told you discount is always calculated on selling price. Sorry, mark price. Discount is always calculated on mark price. So what is mark price? Mark price is 80 and selling price is 60, 68. So how much is the discount? So discount is mark price minus selling price, that is 12 rupees is the discount. Now discount percentage how much? So discount by mark price into 100, or you can say that 12 by 80. What is the ratio? So 4 times 3 by 20. Now 1 by 20 you know as 5%. So 3 by 20 is 15%. In another way you can do it 12 by 80 into 100. So 4 5 4 3 times 12. So 5 into 3, that is 15%. In both way you can solve it, you will get the same answer, that is 15%. So though in the last question you have to find the profit percent, so you have to depend it on CP. In this question you have to find the discount percent, so you have to depend it on mark price. Now a loss of 5% was suffered by selling a plot for rupees 4085 rupees. The cost price of the plot was how much? Let's say the cost price was 100%. Now after a loss of 5%, it was sold. So selling price is how much? 95%. So 95% is equivalent to 4085 rupees. So what is 100%? So from here you can cancel it in 5 table 19 times and cancel it in 5 table in 20 times. So 19 will divide this 19 2 times, 38. Now, or you can do it like this also. Just wait. First you can do it, you can divide 19 for 4085. So 19 2 ja 38, 28. So 19 1 ja 19. How carry? So 19 5 ja 95. Or so this is 215 times. So this will also be into 215. So 215 into 20 is how much? 4300. So this way you can solve it. Now you can solve it in another way also. 95% is equivalent to 4085. So what is 100%? Now, whenever you see 5 at the end, just multiply it by 2 at both the sides. It will become 190% is equivalent to 8170. Now 0 0 cancelled. So 100% is how much? Now directly you can divide it. 19 4 ja 76, 19 3 ja 57. Now this is 43 times. So this will also be 43 times. That is 4300 is the answer. So option C is the correct answer. This was a very easy question. Once you have calculated that cost price is 100%, selling price is 95%, and the value of 95% is given in the question, you have to find what is 100%. Bhajan Singh, next question, question number 4. Bhajan Singh purchased 120 reams of paper at rupees 80 per ream. He spent rupees 280 on transportation, paid octroi. Do you know the meaning of octroi? Octroi is a type of tax. So he paid the tax at a rate of rupees 40 paise per ream and paid rupees 72 to the coolie. If he want to gain 8%, the selling price per ream must be. So first of all, you have to calculate the total cost. Once you have calculated the total cost, you will find the selling price at 8% gain. And once we will find the selling price at 8% gain for this 120 ream, we can calculate it for one ream. Okay. So cost of 120 ream is rupees 80 into 120, that is 9600. So cost of 120 ream is 9600. Now he spent rupees 280 on transportation. So additional cost is how much? 280 on transportation. Then octroi means a type of tax. So 40 paise per ream. So there are 120 ream. So octroi cost is how much? 40 into 120. That is 3600 paise. That is 36 rupees. Now he paid 72 rupees to the coolie. So coolie charge is how much? Rupees 72. So total cost is 280 plus 120. That is 400. Additional total cost is 400 and the cost of 120 ream is 9600. So total cost came out to be 400 plus 9600. That is 10,000 rupees. Now the total cost is 10,000 rupees and he want to have a gain of 8%. So first of all, we will find 8% of 10,000. That is 800. Now the selling price of 120 ream is 10,800. So selling price of one ream is how much? That is per ream. So 10,800 divided by 120 is 12 9 108. So rupees 90 per ream should be the selling price. So option C is the correct answer. So friend, this was also a very easy question. Once you have calculated the cost of 120 ream and the additional cost, you have to add it to find out the total cost. Once you have calculated the total cost, you can find it the gain percent, that is 8%. So once you will add the profit to this cost price, you will find the selling price. So selling price of 120 ream came out to be 10,800. So there, from there you can find out the selling price of one ream. Now the next question. The profit earned by selling an article for rupees 600 is equal to the loss incurred when the same article is sold for rupees 400. What should be the selling price of the article for making 25% profit? Look, this is a very interesting question, and once you will learn the concept related to this question, any type of questions related to this question will come in the examination, you will definitely solve it. Look, what is given here? The profit earned by selling an article for rupees 600. So there will be CP and there will be SP1. So when it was sold at rupees 600, he gained something. So this is profit. And when the same article is sold for rupees 400, so the CP is constant. When this is sold at SP2, that is rupees 400, he made the loss, and it is given that the loss is equal to profit. So if profit is 1, loss is also 1. So total gap is 1 plus 1, that is 2, and real gap is 200. So 2 is equivalent to 200. So 1 is equivalent to 100. So 1 means 100. So CP is how much? 600 minus 100, that is 500, or you can say that 400 plus 100, that is 500. So CP came out to be rupees 100. So if CP is rupees 100, sorry, CP came out to be rupees 500. So if CP is rupees 500 and you have to sell it to make a profit of 25%. So profit is how much? 25%. That is 1/4. So 1/4 of 500 is how much? 125. So selling price will be how much? 500 plus 125. That is 625 is the answer. So D is the correct answer. That is rupees 625. Friend, I would like to tell you something more about this question. If in this question, the question would be like this: if the profit earned, if the profit earned is 3 times to the loss incurred when the same article is sold for rupees 400, what should be the sale price of the article for making 25% profit? So the question will be like this: selling price 1 is rupees 600, CP is how much? Selling price 2 is rupees 400. Now it is saying that if the profit earned by selling an article for rupees 600 is 3 times, here I have changed the question, if it is 3 times to the loss incurred. So profit is 3 times to the loss. So if loss is 1, profit is 3. So total is 4. So 4 is equivalent to 200. So 1 is equivalent to 50. So 3 is equivalent to how much? 150. So CP will be how much? 600 minus 150. That is 450. Or you can say that 1 is equivalent to 50. So CP can be, from here also you can calculate 400 plus loss 50, that is 450. Now once you have calculated CP as 450, you can calculate SP at 1 SP at 25%. SP will be one fourth of 450. So one fourth of 450 is how much? 112.5. So add 450 plus 112.5. That is 562.5 is the answer. So any type of question will come in the examination. You will be able to solve it if you have learned this concept. Okay, I have taken one more question similar to this concept. The profit earned by selling an article for rupees 600 is equal to 2/3 of the loss incurred when the same article is sold for rupees 400. What should be the sale price of the article for making 25% profit? Again, you will do it in the same way. Selling price 1 is rupees 600. What should be the CP when the selling price 2 is rupees 400? Now, the profit earned is 2/3 of the loss. So if the loss is 1, profit is 2 by 3. Now, whenever you see the fraction, just change it into whole number. How you will change it into whole number? To just multiply both the term by its denominator. So into 3. It is 2, it is 3. Now, if loss is 3, profit is 2. So total gap is 3 plus 2, that is 5. 5 is equivalent to how much? 600 minus 400, that is 200. So 1 is equivalent to 40. So 2 is equivalent to 80. So CP is how much? 600 minus 80, that is 520. So what should be the sale price of the article for making 25% profit? So 25% of 520 is how much? 130. So you have to make a profit of 25%. So you will add 520, that is the CP, plus 130, that is the profit. So you will get it 650 as the selling price. So option D is the correct answer for this. Now we have solved 2 to 3 questions on this concept, and this is a very important concept. Once you will find a question related to this concept in the examination, you will be able to solve it in 15 to 20 seconds. Okay. Next question, not on the similar pattern but like pattern. By selling an article for rupees 96, double profit is obtained than the profit that would have been obtained by selling it for rupees 84. What is the cost price of this article? So if you have, there will be one CP. If you have sold it for SP at rupees 84, and if you have sold it for SP, that is rupees 96. So when you have sold it at rupees 96, you have gained twice of the profit that you have gained it by selling at rupees 84. So if the profit at rupees 84 is 1, so the profit obtained by selling it at rupees 96 is 2, because it is given the profit obtained by selling an article for rupees 96 is double the profit obtained when it would have been sold at rupees 84. So here profit is 1, here profit is 2. So what is the difference here? Difference is 1. 2 minus 1, that is 1. And what is the real difference is 96 minus 84, that is 12. So 1 is equivalent to 12. So 2 is equivalent to how much? 24. So 96 minus 24 is how much? 72. Or from here also you can say that 84 minus 12 is how much? 72. So CP is 72. This was also a like pattern related to the previous two questions which we have solved it. Okay, so the answer is 72. Now the next question, question number 8. By selling 12 notebooks, the seller earns profit equal to the selling price of 2 notebooks. What is his profit percent? Now here, selling 12 notebooks, we don't know the selling price of 12 notebooks. The seller earns profit equal to the selling price of 2 notebooks. So here it is given that the profit is equal to selling price of 2 notebook. So we can suppose, let's say selling price of 2 notebook is rupees 2. So selling price of 1 notebook is rupees 1. So from here we can say that selling price of 12 notebook is rupees 12. Now selling price of 12 notebook is rupees 12. Profit is 2. So cost price is how much? SP minus profit, that is 12 minus 2, 10. Now profit is 2, cost price is 10. So profit percentage how much? 2 by 10, that is 1 by 5, that is 20%. In this question, you have to start from this part where the profit is given in terms of selling price or the cost price, or the loss is given in terms of selling price or the cost price. So whatever is given, just suppose it to be your selling price. Here, the selling price of 2 notebook is equal to profit. So we suppose the selling price of 2 notebook is rupees 2. If it would have been given loss is equal to selling price of 2 notebook, so we would have supposed loss is selling price of 2 notebooks, selling price of 1 notebook is 1, 2 notebook is 2. So by this way, you can solve this question very easily. Okay, next question. By selling 12 notebooks, the seller earns profit equal to the cost price of 2 notebooks. What is his profit percent? Here the answer is 20% for question number 8. Okay, question number 9. By selling 12 notebooks, the seller earns profit equal to the cost price of 2 notebooks. What is his profit percent? Here what is given? Profit is equal to CP of 2 notebook. Let's say CP of 2 notebook is rupees 2. In this way, CP of 12 notebook came out to be rupees 12. Now profit is 2, CP is 12. So profit percentage how much? 2 by 12, that is 1 by 6, and 1 by 6 ratio you know at 16 whole 2 by 3%. So simply option A is the correct answer. This was a very easy question once you have learned the concept, or you can do it also 2 by 12 into 100, that is 1 by 6, 6 by 100 by 6, that is 16 whole 2 by 3%. In this way also you can solve it. Now the next question, question number 10. The cost price of 10 articles is equal to the selling price of 9 articles. Find the profit percent. For this question, I would tell you the trick to solve it, and after we will solve it by the trick, I will explain you the concept behind the trick. Okay. If it is given the question in this way, CP of 10 articles equals SP of 9 articles. Simply reverse it. Like say CP is 9 and SP is 10. So profit is 1. So profit percentage 1 by 9, that is 11 whole 1 by 9%. And you have got your answer A. Within 10 seconds, you can solve such type of question. Now I will tell you the logic behind it. CP of 10 article is SP of 9 article. It may be any number like 100, 200, X, whatever you want to imagine, you can imagine it. I will imagine it as the LCM of both the articles. LCM of 10 and 9, that is 90. So if CP of 10 article is 90, so CP of one article is how much? 9. If SP of 9 article is 90, SP of one article is how much? 10. Now CP is 9, SP is 10, profit is how much? 1. Profit percentage how much? 1 by 9, that is 11 whole 1 by 9%. So this way you can solve the question very easily. So this was the logic behind it. But in the exam, you don't have to apply the logic. If you have learned the trick, you can directly say it, directly interchange it. It is CP. So let's say this is SP, this is CP. CP is 9, SP is 10, profit is 1, 1 by 9, that is 11 or 1 by 9% is the answer. Now, question number 11. If I purchased 11 books for rupees 10 and sold all the books at a rate of 10 books for rupees 11, the profit percent is how much? Now, CP of 11 articles is rupees 10 and SP of 10 articles, that is 10 book, is rupees 11. Now you have to find profit percent. So you can find it once the CP and SP are CP. You can find such type of question once you calculate CP of one article or CP of 100 articles or CP and SP are equal for all the articles. Like CP of 11 articles is 10, SP of 10 articles is 11. Here number of articles are different. Here CP for 11 articles are given, SP of 10 articles are given. So you have to make the number of articles same. So how you will make it same? To just take the LCM of 11 and 10. So LCM of 11 and 10 will be how much? 110. Now just multiply both the side here. CP of 11 article is 10. You have to find the CP of 110 article. So you will multiply this by 10. Here SP of 10 article is rupees 11. You have to find SP of 110 article. You will multiply it by 11. So you will find it CP of 110 article is how much? 100. SP of 110 article is how much? 121. Now CP is 100, SP is 121, and the number of articles are same. What I have explained you, either you have to find the CP of one article, so SP of one article. So you have to equate the number of articles same. So here CP of 110 articles is 100, SP of 110 articles is 121. So profit is how much? Profit is 21. So CP is how much? 100. So profit percentage how much? 21%. So option B is the correct answer. So first, for such type of question, you just have to take the LCM of both the articles and you have to equate it in this way. Now question number 12 and 13. This is also a question of similar type. This is also a new type of question. So question number 12, let's start it. A reduction of 20% in the price of salt enables a person to buy 8 kg more for rupees 80. Find the reduced and the original price per kg of salt respectively. Okay. So first such type of question, how should be our approach? What is given in the question that initially for rupees 80, a person was purchasing some kg of salt. How much kg it is not required. Okay. Now when there is 20% reduction in the price of salt, that is reduce 20% from this rupees 80, that is 16 rupees. Now for this rupees 16, you are able to purchase 8 kg of salt. Now when the price was reduced by 20%, so the price got out to be rupees 16. So for this rupees 16, you are able to purchase 8 kg of salt. So what is the cost of salt per kg? So cost of salt per kg is 16 by 8, that is rupees 8. So rupees 2. So rupees 2 per kg is the price of salt, that is the reduced price of the salt. Now you have to find the original price before the reduction. Now This is the reduced price, that is rupees 2, and there was 20% reduction. So you have to find the original price. So this is a very interesting way to solve questions. If A and B, suppose there is 20% increment and B is given, you have to find A. So you know that how you will find this A. So A is how much? B into 120 by 100. Or if you want, if you don't want to do it in this way, you can do it like this. Let's say this is 100%, this is 20% reduction, this is 80%. So 80% is equivalent to rupees 2. You have to find 100%. So 100% is how much? 20 by 80 into 100. So this is 5 times, this is 4 times, 2 times. So rupees 2.5. I will explain you this trick in the next slide, how to do it. When you have to find the initials or when you have to find the final value, how to do it. Okay. First of all, we will concentrate here in this question. It is given that a person is able to buy 8 kg more when there is a reduction of 20% in the price of salt. So 20% got reduced, so that is rupees 16. On rupees 16 you are able to purchase rupees, on this rupees 16 you are able to purchase 8 kg of salt. So the reduced price per kg of salt is rupees 2 per kg. Now this is the reduced price. So how much price has been reduced? So 20% was the reduction. So originally if it was 100%, so this is 80%. So 80% is equivalent to rupees 2. So 100% is equivalent to how much? 2.5. So you have to find the reduced and the original price. So reduced price is rupees 2 and the original price is rupees 2.50. So option C is the correct answer. Don't take option A as the correct answer. You will get it wrong because here it is written respectively. So first of all, you have to find the reduced and then the original. Here this is given original and the reduced. So option A is the wrong answer. Okay. Now I will explain you how to do it with this method. Suppose there is a reduction of 25% and this is given as 75. You have to find this value. Okay. So how to find it? So if you have to find the initials, you do it like this: 100 upon this reduced value, that is 100 minus 25, 75. So 100 is the initial value. Suppose initial value is given as 100. There is a reduction of 25%. You have to find the final value. So how you will do it? So 100 into, then how much is the reduction? So 75 is the reduction. So you will do it like this. So 75 is the answer. Okay, we will move to the next question. A reduction of 40% in the price of salt enables a person to buy 6 kg more for rupees 45. Find the reduced and the original price per kg of salt respectively. Again, for rupees 45, there was a reduction of 40%. So 40% is how much? 2 by 5. So 2 by 5 into 45, that is rupees 18. Or you can do it in another way also, that first calculate 40% of 4.5. So 40 into 45 by 100. So it's 2, it's 5, 5, 9, 9 to the 18. So for rupees 18, you are able to purchase 6 kg more. That is 6 kg. So price per kg is rupees 3 per kg is the price of salt. Now this is the reduced price of the salt, rupees 3 per kg. So originally the price got reduced by 40%. So this is rupees 3. That is, this is 60%. So 60% is equivalent to 3. So 100% is equivalent to how much? So 3 by 60 into 100. That is 20, 25. So rupees 5 is the original price. Rupees 3 is the reduced price. You have to find first reduced price and then original price. So option D is the correct answer. So thank you guys. That's all for today. We will solve exercise questions on profit and loss in the next class. Have a nice day.